An East Ridge man shot and killed his wife of 40 years, then turned the gun on himself. For the first time, we're hearing from the couple's daughter months later. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Josh Rowe.
I'm Kim Chapman. It is a fresh look at new details and a very sad story that we first brought you in July. News Channel 9's Kelsey Bagwell joins us now with an exclusive interview with the daughter who does not blame her father but believes he was failed in many different ways. Kelsey.
Kim, Josh, the couple's daughter blames police for not intervening. She blames a doctor for abandoning her patients, which included her father. She blames the hospital for not treating his mental illness. But we wanted to know, were there any warning signs that suggested a violent end was approaching? Crystal Herpst said she began seeing changes in her father this summer. James Ingram was a patient of Dr. Allison Cannon, who closed her practice in June without notifying her patients. He was then unable to get his prescriptions refilled. That's when Crystal noticed her father's paranoia, delusions, and worse.
He had sat on the side of my bed and told me that people were trying to kill him and that his only way out was to shoot himself, and he had pointed his fingers to the side of his head and told me he was going to kill himself.
Crystal scheduled an appointment for him to see a psychiatrist. The day of the appointment, James fell, and a loaded gun landed on the floor with him. Crystal called the police.
When I told the police that day and had them transport him against his will to the hospital, I was crying. I was upset. I sat on my brother's porch and told my mother he'll never speak to me again if I have him committed.
Local counselor Brooke Sprayberry says that guilt is common.
There's a stigma around depression and mental health, and a lot of people don't really want to admit that or get help because of that stigma.
James was taken to Park Ridge Medical Center, where the family requested a mental evaluation, but records show one was never done. James left on his own, and 2 days later, Crystal made the horrific discovery.
I got to find them like no daughter should ever find their parents.
Sprayberry says warning signs of depression differ for each patient, but she believes James had a severe case.
If there's those kind of, that's out of the blue, that's not their norm, and you know, they're saying that people are out to get them, then then that's usually a real sign of a mental health condition that needs to be treated really quickly.
Crystal is left with memories of her parents and unanswered questions.
I don't know exactly why my father did it. I know my father loved my mother. I know he would never harm another human being. I don't know.
She hopes similar families will take action quickly and select doctors they trust when dealing with mental conditions.
Unfortunately, it didn't work out for me, but I'm hoping that maybe it'll work out for somebody else.
I did speak with Park Ridge Medical Center about this case. They refused to answer any questions about James Ingram specifically, stating it would be a HIPAA violation. They did say physicians rely on their individual assessment in deciding what care is best for each patient. They say if family members are present, their input is considered as well. Kim.
Kelsey, thank you very much. And if you or someone you know may be suffering from severe depression, there are places you can go to get help. Locally, the National Alliance of Mental Illness Advocacy Group encourages families to recognize and work through mental illness together. A link is posted to our website, newschannel9.com.